What is good, people? Satsuki the Savage here, and today is day 8 of 12 Days of Anime, and today is going to be Best Girl War. Now, if you've seen yesterday's video, you already know how the format is going to work, okay? Now, with this video, it's not Best Waifu Tournament or anything like that. It's not about how these girls look. It's really how they're written and my enjoyment of them, all right? So with that out of the way, let's get started. We are live in the Dark Continent, also known as Florida. I am joined by me, myself, and I, and today we are gearing up for this year's Best Girl Wars. The first order of business is to introduce this year's contestants by their seeding from least to greatest. Just for the folks at home, these seedings were based on how many favorites these players had on my anime list, so without further ado, let's see the girls. With the 8th seed hailing from Babylon, we have Magase. 7th seed, repping a mid-anime called Assassin's Pride, we have Melida Angel. Next up is probably the most despised in this pool. She is shaking the anime community and invoked the wrath of men, women, babies, aliens. She comes from the rising of the shield hero. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Malty Melromark, aka mine. Keeping up the intensity and the villainy from the Promised Neverland, we have Mother Isabella. Next, the girl that didn't look the part exactly, originating from a place that shares her name, Dororo. One of the rising stars that emerged late in the game, coming from a place that has too long of a name, so it will be condensed to simply Oritsuki. I give you Sumireko Sanshokuin, aka Pansy. Moving on, this girl has made a lot of noise this year, coming from a newly modeled adaptation called Fruits Basket. I give you Toru Honda. And lastly, the most favorite player in a series, born and raised in Kaguya-sama Love is War, we have Kaguya Shinomiya. And there we have it, people. All of our participants have been named, all fighting to receive the coveted Satsuki Kiryuin Award. Now, let's begin by covering the matchup between the 3rd and 6th seeds.
Round 1.
Pansy versus Mine, one of the most balanced battles in this tournament, although the crowd will tell you otherwise. Bitch! One good attribute of Mine is that she's one of the most entertaining characters from Shield Hero, always shaking up an episode with her presence. Her villainy reaches incredible heights, evident by the animosity she garners, which makes me root for her even more because I can dig an underdog. On the other hand, we have 100 Plans Pansy, who stole my heart in their debut of Oritsuki. Pansy is calculated, manipulative, and also entertaining. She is one of the reasons why I stick with Oritsuki despite its mid. This round, Pansy handles her business and eliminates Mine from contention. Mine was good, but Pansy was slightly better. On the other side, we have Dororo versus Isabella. First with Isabella, she was one of the brightest spots in the Promised Neverland, despite not being as focused on in comparison to other characters. Isabella is intelligent, stone cold, and thick as Now with Dororo, she was a unique character in her series as her gender was ambiguous for a while. Dororo is street savvy and quick-witted while also persevering in life in spite of a tragic childhood. Unfortunately though, Dororo doesn't have enough sauce to compete with Isabella, so she bites the dust in this round. On to the right, we have Toru versus Melida, and this could get ugly. Melida is your typical underdog protagonist. She's hardworking and easy to root for. Melida's best moment in Assassin's Pride was her willingness to use underhanded tactics to win a fight, despite her high social status. With Toru, she is also hardworking and an underdog in her own way. Toru is one of the most integral pieces in Fruits Basket and gets the show moving. Honestly, fellas, this is an absolute wash for Toru. There wasn't much Melida could have done to win this war. Lastly, for the end of the first round, we have Kaguya versus Ai, and this is remarkably close. Ai has been sensational in her tenure in Babylon. She is the draw of that series. Ai is both cunning and persuasive, and while this may sound blasphemous initially, I believe Ai's treachery is similar to that of Monster's Johann Liebert. Kaguya on a smaller scale is also very cunning. In addition, Kaguya has different facets of her character that make her fun to follow, like her stubbornness and her innocent side. It's sad to see, but it has to be done. If Babylon had more episodes out to showcase Ai more frequently, I would lean in her direction, but alas, Kaguya takes the cake by default. No upset here, folks. Now the second round will commence, starting with Toru versus Pansy.
Round 2.
One advantage Pansy has over Toru is her brain. Pansy's schemes are so elaborate, you're left wondering how she has the time, the patience, the unmitigated gall to pull off such plans. In comparison, Toru is one of the rare characters to successfully pull off naivete in a way that wasn't annoying or overbearing. Toru has a certain charm that few characters can harness, and I think that's because it feels natural with her. Pansy, you have done well, but you ran into the wrecking ball that is Toru Honda, so Toru advances. Finishing off the second round, we go to Kaguya versus Isabella, the battle of the 2019 winter season. Isabella had one of the most complex characters in The Promised Neverland. Her love for her children, paired with her desire to live, put her in a peculiar position, but nonetheless, she shined and excelled. As for our red eyes, black hair MC, although Kaguya-sama tends to focus on comedy, Kaguya also has a captivating character. Kaguya has this ridiculous pride that keeps her from cuffing Shirogane when she obviously has feelings for him, and the lengths we see Kaguya go through to force Shirogane to admit his feelings are pretty funny. Another tough decision, but the victory lies with the first seed, Kaguya. Ultimately, her presence is more felt in her respective series, but Isabella did well in this tournament. The final round of the Best Girl Wars. This is for all the marbles. This is for the people watching. This is to see who will hoist up the Satsuki Kiryuin trophy. Let the bloodbath begin.
Final round.
Toru's role in Fruits Basket is interesting because she is a regular human among the Somas and the Wicked Witch Hana, yet she is the heart of the show. Toru's greatest asset is her ability to connect to people, befriend them, and open their hearts, all while not coming off as irredeemably idealistic. Toru also has this uncanny wisdom that works well for her because the delivery of her knowledge is always told in Toru's own unique and endearing way. As for Kaguya, she has the best, most entertaining dynamics in her series. Whether it's her complicated, convoluted relationship with Shirogane, her chaotic interactions with Chika, or her hilarious misunderstandings with Ishigami, Kaguya is at the center for amusement. In addition to that, Kaguya's estranged relationship with her father gives her an unexpected layer to her character that paints her as more vulnerable than she appears. Both of these girls are worthy of the Satsuki Kiryuin trophy, but there can only be one, and that one is Toru Honda! Overall, Toru's quiet dominance of Fruits Basket puts her over the top. She quickly became one of my favorite female characters and one of my favorite main characters. Congratulations, Toru. This is your year. Well, folks, that marks the end of this year's Best Girl Wars. I hope to join you next year in this endeavor. I'm Satsuki, this is me, this is I, and this is myself. Back to Red Shirt Guy. Alright people, that pretty much concludes my thoughts. Let me know some of your favorite female characters from this year. And I'm talking about written, alright? Not how they look, alright? I don't need that deviancy, alright? Like, comment, subscribe. Satsuki the Savage, out.
Am I dying to live, or am I living to die?